Hey guys, I'm gonna pop in today and talk about some weightlifting key factors that I always use in my workouts, and they were a total game changer. So we're gonna talk about repetitions and we're gonna talk about sets. There are two key components when lifting weights. Sure, you can go to the gym, you can do, say, a count of 20 bicep curls and then move on to the next exercise. There are numerous ways that you can work out. Personally, this has worked best for me. It's what I've really used to help tone and sculpt and kind of build some definition. And what you have to do is you have to fatigue the muscle. You can't necessarily go and just lift 10 repetitions and then move on to the next exercise. You've got to really fatigue that muscle in order for it to break down and rebuild and produce lean muscle. So the first thing we're going to talk about is repetitions, so keep watching. Okay, so repetitions. I like to use the repetition sequence 12, 10, 8. So what that means is I'm doing a set of 3. We'll get into sets next. But repetitions is basically how many times you lift the weight. And I like to, like I said, use the 12, 10, 8 repetition sequence where you start with the highest repetitions and you go down to the least. Now, you're going to have to find the correct weight size. We'll talk about that on another video. But you basically want to find a weight that's hard to get through the very last repetition or set. So basically what you do is you take your weight, and for the 12, 10, 8 sequence, you're going to lift the weight 12 times. We'll talk about movement speed in another video. You're going to lift the weight for 12 times. You're going to break for 30 seconds. You're going to go back and you're going to lift for 10. You're going to break for 30 seconds. And then you're going to go back. Sorry if you guys can hear my kids. You're going to go back and you're going to finish the repetition sequence for 8. And then we'll talk about... Okay, I've got a little buddy for this one. So next we're going to talk about sets. So sets are basically how many sequences you lift the weights, how many repetition sequences you do. So like I said, I use the repetition sequence 12, 10, 8. That's 3. 3 sets. So one repetition sequence is a set. So we always do, like I said, I do 3 repetition sequences, which is a set. So I do 3 sets. So basically, you're doing a repetition sequence of 3, which equals 3 sets. So basically, a set is 12 repetitions. 1 set. 10 repetitions, 2 sets, 8 repetitions, 3 sets. So that's basically all that is. So you're going to pair that together when I give you the exercises, or when you find your exercises, or when you're lifting weights at the gym. You're going to want to focus on using that repetition sequence. 12, 10, 8. And I hope this video helps.